You feel it, don't you? That annoying, quiet disgust. It's a phantom in your own shadow, a whisper in the silence of your room. It's not the world judging you, not anymore. It's the person you see in the mirror. It's you. Every single morning, the sun rises on a promise you make to yourself, a promise to be better, stronger, faster. And every single evening, the sun sets on your betrayal of that promise. You wake up with the intention of a warrior, but live the day as a coward. You tell yourself today is the day you change, but then you choose mediocrity. You choose to scroll. You choose the comfort of your bed. You choose to avoid the hard tasks, the necessary confrontations, the very things that would forge you into the person you dream of becoming. You act lazy, you procrastinate, you tell yourself tomorrow, but deep down, in the core of your being, you know the truth. The problem isn't your job, your friends, or your circumstances. The problem is you. Your mind has become soft, a comfortable pillow where ambition goes to die. Your body is weak, an unsharpened tool left to rust in the rain. Every choice you make, every moment you waste, is a nail in the coffin of your potential. It's all because of you. Your brain, coddled and shielded from any real challenge. Your addiction to comfort, a sweet poison you drink willingly. And your bad habits, the parasitic vines that are slowly, silently strangling the life out of you. They are killing you from the inside, and the most tragic part is that you are letting them. You have protected your fragile mind for far too long, building a fortress of excuses around it. But today, that fortress comes crashing down. Everything ends now. In the next few minutes. I will lay before you a four-step path. It is not a path you will like. It is not easy, it is not kind, and it offers no shortcuts. It is a path of fire and steel, designed to burn away the weakness and forge a new you. This is the only way. A way to become not just better, not just more intelligent, but to become truly dangerous. Dangerous to your own limitations, dangerous to the expectations of others, and dangerous to the mediocrity that has defined your existence. Even as I speak these words, most people are already clicking away. Their attention spans are too short, their desire for comfort too strong. They are seeking a quick fix, a magic pill that doesn't exist. Their departure is a gift. It leaves only you and me. It leaves us with a secret that the fleeting masses will never possess. You need to understand this critical distinction right now. You are not one of them. You are not a mindless attention seeker, a moth drawn to the flickering blue light of distraction. You are better. The very fact that you are still here, still listening, proves it. There is a fire in you that refuses to be extinguished. If you are truly ready to destroy your old self, to shatter the mold you have been trapped in and emerge as the pinnacle of your bloodline, then you must commit. Stick with me until the very end, because the journey ahead is perilous. The third step is a chasm where 90% of those who try will fall. It is the great filter that separates the pretenders from the powerful. But you will not fall. Not if you listen carefully, not if you absorb every word and burn it into your soul. This is your moment of transformation. The war for your future begins now. Let's be brutally honest about your bad habits. They are not simple behaviors. They are not quirky patterns you can manage with a productivity app. They are parasites. They are a disease, a spiritual cancer that is methodically eating you away from the inside out. Imagine them as living entities. They dig their hooks deep into your flesh, into your very mind, wrapping around your potential like a black, suffocating cloth. They feast on your ambition, your energy, and you do it so subtly that you barely even notice you're being consumed. And here's the darkest part of this reality. You are the one feeding them. You are their willing host, nurturing these parasites with your choices, and then having the audacity to blame the world for your weakness. Think about your morning. The alarm rings, a call to action, a signal to begin the day's battle. But what do? You reach for your phone. With that single, reflexive action, you kill your day before it has even begun. You flood your brain with a tidal wave of notifications, emails, and the curated fake perfection of other people's lives. You inject a dose of cheap synthetic dopamine directly into your system, and in that moment, your focus shatters. Your willpower evaporates, and your day is lost. Deep down, you know exactly what you're doing. A voice screams from within, telling you to stop, to get rid of these parasites that are holding you hostage. But how? The answer is as simple as it is brutal. You must sabotage your own brain. The dark, unspoken reality of human potential is that you will never, ever reach it as long as you keep feeding your bad habits. You're trading diamonds for dust? You're giving your brain cheap dopamine instead of the transformative power of pain and struggle. You want to be unstoppable? Then you must stop worshiping at the altar of distraction. You want to cultivate iron-willed discipline? Then you must stop negotiating with your own laziness as if it has a right to be heard. You want to achieve greatness? Then you must declare war on your own mediocrity. To end this self-destructive nonsense, you must go to the root. You need to identify the very foundations of your bad habits and rip them out of your life without a second thought. Is it your phone? Is it that endless feed that promises connection but only delivers isolation? Is it your so-called friends, the ones who drag you down, who encourage your vices, who celebrate your stagnation because your failure makes them feel better about their own? Is it that playlist you listen to that keeps you in a state of passive consumption instead of active creation? Whatever it is, you must cut it out. I don't mean manage it. I don't mean reduce your time with it. I mean erase it from your existence. Delete the apps. Block the websites. Remove the people. If the thought of doing this feels extreme, if it sparks a sense of panic or loss within you, that is the proof you need. It means these things have a terrifying hold over you. They own you. Now you must ask yourself a fundamental question. Do you want to continue to be a slave to your distractions, or do you want to stand up and rip them apart? This is not a task for tomorrow. Do this today. Right now. Pick one significant bad habit, the one you know is crippling you the most, and obliterate it from your life. Make it so there's no way to return. Burn the bridges. Salt the earth. Give yourself no option but to move forward. Once you sabotage your brain in this way, once you starve it of its usual junk food, something remarkable will happen. It will become empty. It will be a clean slate, a void. And once that void is created, you must be ready to fill it with something better, something stronger, something infinitely more powerful. So you've done it. You've killed some of your habits. You've cleared a space in your mind, a small patch of land in a jungle of chaos. But have you become better? Not yet. You must understand a critical principle of nature and of the mind. Destroying the old is not enough. When a field is cleared of weeds, it cannot be left barren. If you do, the weeds will inevitably return, stronger and more resilient than before. You must regrow the crop. You must flood the field with purpose. You have heard the old saying, an empty mind is the devil's den. This is not a metaphor. It is a literal truth. In the vacuum you've created, your old demons will come crawling back unless you fill that space with a new, more powerful force. You need to kick out the devil for good. And you do that by filling your brain with the three sacred pillars of growth: purpose, pain, and pressure. These are the 3 P's that the modern world teaches you to hate. Society tells you to seek comfort, to avoid pain, to relieve pressure. But these are the only things that can guarantee your success. If you do not consciously and aggressively fill the void you've created, the parasites you fought so hard to kill will reinfest your mind. And this time, they will be immune to your efforts. And no, you do not need another 15-minute productivity hack. You do not need a color-coded daily morning routine to boost your productivity by a meaningless 5%. What you need is to go to war with your own brain. From this moment forward, you must actively do everything you hate. Do everything that is hard. Do everything that makes your brain ache and your body scream in protest. Seek out discomfort as if it were a treasure. Your brain has been living in a 5-star hotel of comfort and ease. It's time to evict it and throw it into a boot camp. Test yourself relentlessly. Find the people you admire, the ones whose accomplishments make you feel small and insignificant. Do not envy them from a distance. Go and fight against them. I don't mean you should expect to win. You can't not at this stage, but you must engage. You must enter the arena. Flood your brain with the experience of competing against the best. Flood it with learnings from your failures. This is how the revolution within you begins. You intentionally overload your brain with things it cannot yet handle. You force it to adapt, to grow, to build new neural pathways out of sheer necessity. This is the fastest, most effective way to normalize being comfortable in discomfort. The world talks about mental peace, but mental peace without mental strength is just a prettier word for weakness. It's an excuse to remain fragile. So you must treat your brain not as a delicate flower to be protected, but as a piece of raw steel to be hammered and forged in fire. Pound it with challenges. Temper it with stress. Sharpen it with focus. But do not celebrate yet. This is not the finish line. This is merely the end of the beginning. You have cleared the land and planted the seeds, but the most difficult part of the harvest is yet to come. At this point in the journey, you have become a better person. You are no longer a slave to your worst habits. You have embraced difficulty, but you are not yet an intelligent one. You are a brute force, powerful but unrefined. And this is the great precipice. This is the part of the climb where most people quit. They mistake the pain of effort for the prize of progress. They never reach this rarefied air where you currently stand. Take a moment and truly imagine it. You are in a place that the vast majority of that billion people on this planet will never see. You have done what they were unwilling to do. But do not let this pride become a poison. Do not get happy. You still have a long, arduous road to travel. People make a fatal mistake. They think pain is progress in itself. They believe that pressure alone equals power. But they never do the most crucial work. They never rebuild their brain. After flooding your mind with knowledge, with losses, with the beautiful chaos of intense effort, you are standing in the middle of a storm. A storm of information, of experiences, of raw data. Now you must bring order to that chaos. You must rebuild your mind for clarity, for willpower, and for surgical precision. Knowledge without sequence is just noise. It's a library with all the books thrown on the floor. It's useless. You must now become the architect of your own mind. You need to organize the experiences and the knowledge you have gained through all the previous difficult steps. You must build systems in your brain. Create strategies. The goal is to process your past struggles so that the next time you face a similar problem, it is no longer a challenge. It is a solved equation. It goes out the window before it can even take root. This is the process of turning raw data into functional intelligence. Stop accepting any random advice or information at face value, no matter how convincing it sounds. Question everything. When you encounter a new idea, ask yourself, is this legit? Who is saying it and why? What is their agenda? Does it align with my purpose? This constant questioning will sharpen your senses like a whetstone on a blade. You will no longer accept information just because it sounds right or feels good. You will only accept it if it is true and useful. This is how you rebuild. You take complex knowledge and you simplify it into actionable principles that serve your mind, not your ego. You strip away the fluff and keep only the core, functional truth. Every thought you entertain must now come with a purpose. Every belief you hold must be tested against reality. Nothing gets to enter your mind unless it has proven its utility. Your mind will become a precision-crafted instrument. It will know exactly which YouTube channel to subscribe to for real knowledge and which ones are just peddling mental junk food. It will know which books to read and which to discard. It will know which people to listen to and which to ignore. Once you fully adopt this rebuilding process, your mind will be a fortress, with you as the gatekeeper. But now that you have come so far, now that you have forged this incredible weapon, is it over? Is it enough to simply possess it? No. Don't you want others to know about the new you? Don't you want to make them feel the shift in power to make them feel inferior, just as they once made you feel? It is time to prove yourself. You are no longer weak. You are no longer a passive observer reacting to life as it happens to you. Your mind is no longer a cluttered attic of useless thoughts and anxieties. It is a clean, organized, and lethal weapon. Now is the time to test your new strength in the only place that matters, the battlefield of the real world. A sword that is never drawn is just a piece of decoration. If you cannot survive and dominate in conflict, then all your hard work was for nothing. You are just a philosophical statue. You need to go after the things that keep you up at night, the ambitions that feel so large they scare you, the goals that make your heart race with a mixture of terror and excitement. That is where you must go. Remember those people who used to beat you? The rivals in your field? The ones who seemed effortlessly superior while you were still sabotaging your own brain? Now is the time to take your revenge. Not a petty, emotional revenge, but the ultimate revenge. Success. Walk into the rooms where you know you are the underdog. Enter the arenas where you are expected to fail. And show them who is the boss. Confront everyone and everything, not with arrogance, but with the quiet, unshakable confidence of a man who has been to hell and back. Carry yourself with a firm belief in your lethal, rebuilt mind. You will still lose sometimes. You will still face setbacks. But that's good. In fact, it's better than good. Every loss is no longer a failure. It is data. It is feedback. It is a lesson that will help you become even more formidable. The greatest people in history were not born as winners. They are the ones who reflect the hardest and learn the most after every single loss. They see defeat not as an endpoint, but as a diagnostic tool. And when you win, and you will win, do not get cocky. Get curious. A win can be a more dangerous trap than a loss if it makes you complacent. When you dominate your opponent, ask yourself why you won. Where did they make a mistake? What was the flaw in their strategy? What was the critical moment that turned the tide? Analyzing your victories with the same intensity as your losses will not only keep you sharp, but it will increase your functional intelligence by 50% or more. It is the final gear in the machinery of your new mind. Remember why you started this journey. You are not here to just be the best. You are not here to simply reach the top. You are here to become unstoppable. You are here for everything. But you cannot achieve this through talk. You cannot achieve it through hope. You can only achieve it by being the absolute best at what you do. By working so hard and becoming so unfazed by chaos that you can beat your opponent even on their best day. You are not just aiming for the top of the mountain. You are here to become the mountain itself, unmovable, unstoppable, inevitable,